The last couple of weeks, Gus has been incredibly grumpy.
How can you tell? Gus is always grumpy.
She's got to learn to fend for herself, and so do you all.
What does fend mean?
You don't know what fend means? I'm paying taxes to send you kids to a school, and they don't teach you a blasted thing. I've had it!
Mr. Cathcart was hoping that you'd be Mr. Raskin's dinner party for the evening.
I don't think so.
Oh, Jess, the banquet is the affair, and Mr. Raskin is a lot of fun.
I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that.
I drove Bill Raskin to the airport this morning. He was very explicit about what went on between the two of you last night after the banquet. From after the banquet till the dawn's early light.
What?
I'm your friend. Something's the matter. Now level with me. What's going on here?
The only problem I got in the world, I'm getting rid of.
Some of the results from your tests came back, Mr. Witherspoon. I'd appreciate it if you could come by the office and talk them over with me.
End of the week be all right?
No, Mr. Witherspoon, it wouldn't. I don't think we can afford to wait.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Kaplan.
Oh, good morning, Mrs. Witherspoon. How are you?
Well, I'm fine.
Well, don't let me keep you from your run. I know how important these things are to you people.
To what people?
Runners, joggers, and so forth.
Oh, heavens, I'm not a jogger.
I guess appearances can be deceiving.
Yeah. Actually, what I'm doing is I'm out here looking for you.
Why is that?
Well, every morning when I take my children to school, I see you hiding behind that big old tree. And I know you go inside and you have your cup of coffee with Gus. Don't you like us, Mr. Kaplan?
I barely know you.
You know Gus.
We're chums.
Well, that's why I came looking for you. I'm having a problem with your chum. May I call you Joe?
You bet.
It would make it a lot easier if I could call you Joe.
Okay.
You may call me Jessie.
Jesse? So you think there's a problem about Gus? Jesse?
The last couple of weeks, Gus has been incredibly grumpy.
How can you tell? Gus is always grumpy. Gus invented grumpy.
It's different now. Before, it was never mean. Now it's gotten kind of mean.
Breakfast is at 7:15, not 7:20. You get here on time, you eat. You get here late, you don't. It's that simple.
I forgot to set my alarm.
Next time, remember.
You can have the rest of mine.
You cannot. You eat what's on your plate, young lady. That's yours. Hers is on the way to the bay.
Well, I'm walking to school. I'll stop by the 11th Oven and buy something there.
You'll poison yourself.
Grandpa, I have to have something in my system. I'm in training for track and something is better than nothing.
So then 2 hairs in your soup would be better than none, huh?
No one ever tells you what to do when your grandfather turns into
You'll
deer
keep a civil tongue in your head, young lady, or I'll paddle your behind.
Why are you so mad at Chris?
I'm not mad at her, but she's got to learn to fend for herself. And so do you all.
What does fend mean?
What does fend mean? You don't know what fend means? I'm paying taxes to send you kids to a school, and they don't teach you a blasted thing. I've had it!
Maybe it's because I'm a little afraid that what's bothering Gus is me and the children. Has he mentioned that to you? Don't tell me, I don't want to know.
And what do you want me to find out?
Well, because he's ours. Because he's Gus.
All right. I'll find out what I can, and I'll let you know. Now, you better get going back. We don't want to arrive at the same time.
I appreciate this. I really do.
It's nice to be needed. Gus, you here? Gus?
In here, Joe.
Be right there as soon as I get a cup of Java. What are you doing?
Painting the roof.
Gus. Gus, how you doing?
Swell, Joe.
What have you been up to since we talked?
You mean since yesterday?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I see. Well, how you feeling? Is your back okay? I remember you threw your back out about a month ago lifting one of those water bottles. Remember that?
I do.
So, how's your back?
It's perfect, Joe. It's never been better.
You're looking good, you know that?
Joe, why all the questions?
Am I asking a lot of questions? That's what you call a fringe benefit.
I don't follow you.
She comes out here and she goes jogging around like that to get her heart pumping. She goes by and my heart starts pumping. You don't get it.
Oh, I get it, all right.
Why didn't you laugh?
Because it wasn't funny.
Jesse's right.
I don't follow you again.
She was telling me that she is worried about you because you seem to be in a bad mood all the time and she doesn't know the reason why, so she asked me to find out.
Guess he's got you checking on me.
Not checking, Gus, not exactly. I would.
Sounds exactly to me.
Well, so what if it is? People worrying about you. That's not an insult, is it? Not to my way of thinking.
Yeah, but see, Joe, your way of thinking is like a penguin's way of trying to fly.
That's unkind.
I'm not always kind, Joe, but I'm usually pretty honest.
Gus. I'm your friend. Something's the matter. Now level with me. What's going on here?
I tell you what's going on, okay? I got a belly full of a so-called friend who comes into my house in the morning for a free breakfast, whether he's invited or not, who sits at my table, reads the stock market quotes out loud, sucks his teeth, and giggles while he inhales. Joe, the only problem I got in the world, I'm getting rid of.
I need your help. I'm very busy now. I have to make a plaster cast of a hand for school. But I'm in the Run for Fun benefit, and I need someone to help me train. If you're asking me, you must have asked everyone else first. No. Maybe I did. But I really want you to help me train. You see, if you time my running, I figure I could average 90-second laps, which would put me at 40 laps an hour. And then I could earn a lot of money for the school. What do I get out of this? What do you want? I need a hand for my plaster of Paris. Do you want a trainer or not?
didn't leave me anything, though.
Go on in there. Oh,
Afternoon. What can I get you?
bottle of beer. And an egg.
You're not from around here. I remember faces. And this place is filled with nothing but regulars. That's how I know you're not from around here.
That's why I picked this place.
What's why you picked this place?
Well, Elma, that's you. Your name's Elma?
Yeah, it's Elma.
Well, you're right, Elma. Not from around here, and I don't know anybody that is, so I probably won't run into anybody here that I do know.
Look, mister, I think you picked the wrong bar. There's nothing here but family trade.
I know. See, I got something I gotta say that I can't talk about around home, around my family and all, you know.
I know. You're going to tell me that your wife doesn't understand you.
No, ma'am. Not gonna tell you that. See, my wife died 5 years ago, but she understood me, I guess, better than any human being on the face of the earth. What I gotta say to somebody I probably won't ever see again. But I do have to say it. Right out. Because I need to know that I can. You know what I mean? See, Alma, I'm real scared. I think I might be dying. Thanks for the beer. Hard-boiled egg.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Boy, it's been a day about waiting in line, I'll tell you. First I had to wait in line at the building commission, then the bank, then the post office, then the elevator, and now I suppose you'll tell me that I've got to wait in line for Mr. Cathcart, huh?
Cathcart had to check out a construction site. But he left you two messages. First, he said he's willing to sponsor Chris in her run for fund benefit at $0.25 a lap.
$0.25 a lap? Wow. I guess I'll owe him one for that, huh?
And that's what Cathcart was hoping. One of his clients, Mr. Raskin, will be attending the annual architecture banquet, and Mr. Cathcart was hoping that you would be Mr. Raskin's dinner partner for the evening.
I don't think so.
Oh, Jess, the banquet is the affair, and Mr. Raskin is a lot of fun.
I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that.
And charming.
No.
And has the cutest little grandchildren you've ever seen.
Grandchildren? I saw the cutest dress while I was waiting in line. I wonder if that's a business expense.
Dr. Tolliver, please. Mr. Witherspoon calling. I'm calling to confirm an appointment. Thank you. I'll wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 2 o'clock will be fine. Thank you. What's up?
Are you going to the doctor?
No, Arthur, your dog is. He's got fleas. I saw him scraping his bottom all over the carpet. This guy Tolliver's a veterinarian, taking Arthur in for a flea bath. What's the big deal?
I don't know. Is there a big deal?
No big deal, honey. I'm going to bed.
It's only 9 o'clock.
I know, I'm a little tired.
I love you.
Good night.
That was the number 4 rated song last week. Now this next clip is the premiere of a solo artist you may remember as the lead guitarist for many of the top acts over the last decade. Well, he's decided to go it alone. Here's the latest effort, shot in Zimbabwe and directed by J.T.
Don't tell me what you're doing. Checking up on Gus.
Oh, don't worry about that, Mr. Witherspoon. I've seen them all before.
Well, you haven't, and you're not gonna. It's too heavy.
It's fine. You're too heavy. Second door on the left.
Excuse me?
A specimen. We have to have a specimen, Mr. Witherspoon. It's a requirement. Second door on the left. It's a requirement, sir. Doctor can't find out everything he needs to find out without that. No ifs, ands, or buts.
I understand that.
Just run some warm water over your hand if it's a different kind of a problem. We're running short on time here. The lab closes at 5. Don't keep us waiting.
Madam, I've listened to you patiently. Now you listen to me. You see, you've been telling me what I have to do. And when somebody tells me what I have to do, it's like throwing sand in my gears. All systems shut down. You follow me? On the other hand, if you ask me and you leave the choice up to me, I'm quite sure I can accomplish what has to be accomplished here.
Mr. Witherspoon, would you mind giving us a specimen, please?
See you in a minute.
Bobby, your sandwich is made. Now come over here and eat your pie.
Joe Kaplan called again while you were in the shower, Grandpa. You know, I'm running out of stuff to tell him. I mean, the two of you are acting like junior high school kids having a feud.
Where is everybody?
Kitchen!
I'm going to forget you said that.
You don't have to on my account.
Well, hello. Hello.
Hi, you're home early. Did you have a nice time?
It was nice. He was nice. This is nice. The banquet was fun. Much fun as a banquet ever gets to be, I suppose. What's everybody in here doing?
David's working on his math, and Molly fell asleep after watching Cosby.
Would you help me carry her upstairs? She's getting a little bit heavy for me these days.
Hello.
Mr. Witherspoon?
This is he.
This is Dr. Tolliver.
Oh, just a minute. You two go ahead. This is Joe Kaplan, and you know how he likes to ramble on.
All righty.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Some of the results from your tests came back, Mr. Witherspoon. I'd appreciate it if you could come by the office and talk them over with me.
Huh? End of the week be all right?
I know, Mr. Witherspoon, it wouldn't. We're looking at something rather serious here, and I don't think we can afford to wait. I think I should see you tomorrow, Mr. Witherspoon. First thing in the morning.
Okay. I'll be there.
Arthur doesn't have fleas on his bottom, and there's no animal doctor named Tolliver. But there is a people doctor on Mariposa named Tolliver. He's fibbing to us.
No, you fib. Grown-ups lie.
Why would he lie to us?
I don't know. Mom tried to get Joe Kaplan to find out, and look what happened there. They're not even speaking to each other.
Didn't they talk on the phone last night?
That's what Gus told us. But it wasn't true. Anyone could tell that he was lying.
How can you tell when someone's not telling the truth?
Well, I guess it's like anything else. If you don't practice, you won't be very good at a thing. And Gus hasn't had much practice at lying.
I get scared when he lies to us. It's like he isn't Grandpa anymore.
Coming! Hey, look. We'll talk to Mom tonight. Maybe we just have to sit Grandpa down and ask him. Let him know that we're worried and that he's got to tell us the truth. If you can't tell the truth to your family, who can you tell?
You wanted to see me?
Yes, I do. Don't sit down. The quicker this goes, the happier we'll both be. I'm letting you go. There'll be a month's severance, and I'll try to find a way to phrase the references so that there won't be any embarrassing questions.
Embarrassing questions about what?
Mrs. Witherspoon, the reputation of my company is just as important as the quality of the work we turn out. We don't have to resort to romancing the clients to keep our company alive.
I don't know what you mean.
I drove Bill Raskin to the airport this morning. He was very explicit about what went on between the two of you last night after the banquet. From after the banquet till the dawn's early light.
What?
I think you heard me.
The man is lying.
I've got to be pragmatic. I've got no other choice. I'm sorry.
Mr. Cathcart, you've got a call on line 3 and another one waiting.
So what is this, diabetes?
There's no doubt about that. I had him run the test twice.
So I guess I'll be checking out, huh?
You mean dying?
Yeah, I guess that's what I mean.
Well, yes, Mr. Witherspoon, you will. But you're luckier than most.
I bet this is going to be good.
Mr. Witherspoon, all of us are going to check out. But what you have is controllable. Now, you'll have to change.
You know, I once knew a guy on the railroad that got this diabetes stuff. Wound up going blind, Doc. I gotta go pick up my granddaughter.
Check.
Excuse me, what'd you say?
Been a pretty self-sufficient man all your life. Is that about right, Mr. Witherspoon?
It's about right, Doctor.
Well, men like you generally have a pretty difficult time in dealing with the fact that at some point, all of us need to make adjustments. You tend to go storming off all macho and muscle, and you don't listen to people like me. You don't want to hear that with diet and exercise, maybe some insulin, you can live out a normal lifespan. Well, one thing beats all of us, Mr. Witherspoon. And if you don't want to hear that, then go on out of here. You'll be checking out in about 6 months. And you don't need my help in doing that.
It's like I said, Doc. I gotta go pick up my granddaughter.
But it's such a great cause. And it's tax deductible.
Hey, kid, I'm the worthiest cause I know of. And at your age, you're going to be running laps all morning, all evening. And I'm going to have to go to the poorhouse just to pay off your laps.
Well, then, we'll just have to have a fun run for you. We'll get someone else to sponsor me and get you out of the poorhouse.
Steve Witherspoon, you come over here right now and not one more word to that woman.
What's his problem?
Right now.
You better get going, kiddo.
Come on.
doing home so early?
Well, it was kind of a slow day at the office, so I thought I'd come on home. How about you kids? How was school?
Amanda Dearborn threw up in social studies. It was a scream.
And Amanda's a card, isn't she? How about you, big guy?
Math was the pits. Math is always the pits. Mom, are you sure you won't let me transfer from the advanced class?
No, I'm not.
I know you and Grandpa are always on my case about sticking it out. And did you say you're not sure?
Mm-hmm. I know we're always on your case about it. Maybe it's time for you to take it easy. Kind of go with the flow.
Is that like giving up?
Sometimes that's the best thing.
Hi.
Hi.
Why are you home so early?
It's a long story. I'll tell you after dinner, huh?
Where's Grandpa?
Oh, he dropped me off. He had some errands to run. What errands?
Listen, before you get all bent out of shape, I have been going to that track for 8 months, old timer. I didn't even know you knew that girl.
Did you call me old timer?
I did. Didn't you like it?
I did not.
Well, then maybe you should have died 10 or 15 years ago because you do qualify.
So then you didn't know my granddaughter would be at that racetrack and you did not follow me out of here?
Did not and would not.
My name's Gus.
How you doing, Gus?
Well, it's been a strange couple of weeks.
Beer, right?
Yeah. Cold beer and a hen egg. You know, Alma, when I was a young fellow, I used to work on the railroad. On the trains, not in the office. And at night, sometimes, I'd get out on top and walk from car to car. And them long freight lines, sometimes you couldn't even see the end of the train. So you just keep walking until you saw the caboose. Lonesome old thing. I seen the caboose, Alma. I seen the end of this train plain as day. Scaring the life out of me. Say, could you fix me one of them hamburgers? Maybe a cup of soup.
Mom, should we set a place for Grandpa?
Well, sure, Candy Face. If Gus weren't coming home for dinner, he would have told us by now. You know that.
But it's almost 7, and he's not here. He knows that we always eat by 7.
That's for the best anyway. Look, kids, something happened today that I want to tell you about. Maybe I can deal with you before I have to deal with Gus about it.
Witherspoons?
Remember that gentleman that I went out with in front of Mr. Cathcart's?
Yes?
Well, as it turns out, he wasn't much of a gentleman after all.
Mom?
What's sweetie for me?
No. It's a doctor from the emergency room at St. Joseph's. He said Gus is there. They don't know what's wrong with him. He's in some kind of coma.
Dr. Pence, OR stat. Dr. Pence,
Excuse me.
OR stat.
I'm Jessie Witherspoon. My father-in-law, Gus, is here.
You can't see him yet. Hi. I heard the doctor say that they wanted to check his blood pressure and stuff. But he's going to be okay. They gave him some orange juice, and he's going to be just fine.
You mean they brought him out of a coma with orange juice?
Well, from what I heard, I think it has something to do with his being diabetic. My name's Alma, by the way, and Gus was in the place where I work when he started fading out. And can I buy you a cup of coffee?
Please, yes. Kids, find a place to sit, huh?
Mom.
Go ahead, do it now.
Therapist to third floor nurse station. Respiration therapist. Third floor nurse station, please.
Oh, no, not for me, thank you.
This is really out of line on my part. I'm going to give you some advice about Gus.
Have you known Gus very long?
I've known Gus's all my life. This particular one I just happened to meet a few days ago. He's a cowboy.
Oh, no. Gus was with the railroad.
He may have worked for the railroad, but in here, he's a cowboy.
Look, Alma, I'm feeling real frazzled, okay? So if you've got something to tell me, you've got to tell me straight and direct. I can't read the code.
Yeah, okay. The hardest thing in the world for a guy like Gus is to run into something that he can't handle on his own. It doesn't matter how strong or how tough he thinks he is. He needs help. But asking for help, that doesn't come easy. And sometimes it doesn't come at all. That's when you lose them.
My kids and I have lost a lot lately. I'm not sure we can lose anymore.
Dr. Fletcher, line 230.
So we're not going to lose Gus.
Dr. Fletcher, line 230.
We just won't. Gus, there's a Wallace Berry movie on tonight if you want to stay up for it. What do you say?
Oh, I think not. I'm tired. It's past my bedtime, and I'm going up to bed.
David, Arthur needs a walk. Look, dinner's gotten cold. If you want it warm, you know how to do that, all right?
I'm gonna fix some pasta. I'm running tomorrow.
Good girl.
Mom,
Yes, sweetie.
Grandpa's gonna be all right, isn't he?
Oh, baby, of course he's going to be all right. Of course he is. Well, sure. We won't let him be anything but all right. How's that? Okay. Promise it. That's my big girl.
Arthur! Arthur, let's go!
Trying to get to bed here.
I know. I've got a few things I want to say to you before you do that. Some things might be kind of painful for you to hear. Pain's part of a family, we know that. When your son, my husband, learned that he was terminally ill,
I don't care to hear that.
none of us gets our way all the time, Gus. I don't get it, you don't get it. You're going to have to hear this. Johnny had a whole lot of reactions to what he heard. He was angry, he was afraid, he was confused. One thing that never did occur to him, though, was giving up. He left us. He left the memory of a man who had used everything that medicine and the human heart could bring to bear. Children don't learn by what we tell them, Gus. They learn by what we show them, what we do. They learn when we act with courage and dignity. Now, if you're thinking about throwing in this hand that you've been dealt, I'm not at all sure that I want my children to learn that lesson. Not at all sure about that. I have some phone calls I have to make.
Last time I tell anybody I want to go to bed early.
Thought you want to see this before you went to bed. C+ on my math test, the advanced class. And I did it without my calculator.
That's good.
Yep. Didn't give up on it. You know, just kept plugging away. Guess that's the kind of family we are, huh?
You know, kid, the last time I was manipulated, I was in a chiropractor's office in Elko, Nevada. Sleep tight.
I just came to remind you that you're sponsoring me tomorrow on the fun run. 10 cents a lap.
I seem to recall that.
I hope you don't get mad at me if I end up costing you a lot of money.
I know you're a pretty good runner.
Well, there's that. But I'm also pretty stubborn. I won't stop running until I drop. I don't give up very easily. Guess it runs in the family, huh?
I'll take that thought to my pillow. Your turn.
I'm wearing my glasses, and I have my dental floss. Because I need my glasses to read with, and my dental floss makes my teeth cleaner. Because none of us are perfect. We all just have to do the best with what we have.
This is true. I'll sleep on it.
Grandpa.
Not one word.
Morning. Thought I'd stop by and see how much money this is going to cost me.
Why don't you kids go to the refreshment stand and see what you can find?
I'm not hungry.
You're hungry.
Oh, Mom, you're always telling us not to snack.
It's okay this time. Go. Come on. Pick out. Move. I want to see you move. Go. Go.
I don't know if it's all moms or just her. Sometimes it's hard to know what to expect.
I've got to get myself a new answering machine. The one I have only has 30 seconds for a message, and there was a message last night when I got home from a caller who didn't have time to leave her name. You see, this lady called me a coward, and she said that I would sacrifice anything for my company and that she thought I was better than that.
I'm sorry I didn't leave my name. I don't believe in doing things anonymously, but I was talking along, then that beep happened. And
Well, I don't believe in doing things anonymously either. That's why I stopped by. I think a proper apology ought to be delivered in person. And I want very much to apologize. Properly. I did used to be better than that, and I need someone around to remind me. Someone like you.
Well, there isn't anybody like me around, exactly. So if you have a job opening, I guess you're stuck with me.
Mom, Chris fell. I think she's hurt.
There we go.
Chris, you okay?
Are you the mother?
Yeah.
She sprained it. Doesn't look like it's anything to be concerned about, though. As for you, you're done for the day, kiddo.
I can't be. I have millions of people counting on me.
And you also only have 2 ankles. There's no way.
Here, let me in there. Stand aside. That's my granddaughter laying there.
Gus, she's okay. She sprained it, but she's out of the race. But she's okay.
I cannot be out of the run.
Why not? You sprained your ankle, didn't you? You can't run on a sprained ankle. You got to learn to live with your limitation.
But what about all the people who sponsored me?
You run this shebang here?
Well, yes, sir. Me and some others.
See that name, Witherspoon? That's my name, too. Maybe I'll do your laps for you.
Grandpa, you can't.
I don't know why I can't. Seems to me it's just what the doctor ordered. See, I'm a diabetic. And I'm supposed to exercise. I just come from the doctor and, well, he gave me a diet and a necklace. Here, want to see it? Taught me how to give myself a shot in the belly and It's no big deal. Just a few adjustments I gotta make, that's all. I'll do your laps for you. I won't do them as fast as you, but I sure will get them done. I guess I'm not very good at saying what... Well, I'm not very good at saying what I'm not very good at saying.
Yeah, I know. Just shut up and walk, huh?
On INS.
Here's a nice editorial about that rapid transit stuff you were talking about last week. Apparently they agree with you.
We'd probably be more comfortable if we were seated at your kitchen table, you know?
That's a possibility, Joe.
But there's a lot to be said for being out in the park. You see all kinds of things. The other day, I saw an Indian woman. I'm not talking Apache or Cherokee, not that kind of Indian. I'm talking New Delhi Rangoon, that kind of an Indian. And she was wearing one of those Indian dresses. What do you call them again?
What do you call what?
Those silk Indian dresses.
Oh, sorry.
That wasn't hard, was it?